Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Crypto Nightly. So Bitcoin dumps, and yeah, apparently there's more, you know, people fighting about things, and there's a new war. So let's get into it. Let's see what's happening. Boom.
What up? What up?
How we doing, man?
Doing all right. It's Tuesday.
Yeah,
really
so
complain.
it's actually kind of crazy that I didn't even know that there was a war going on until I saw Viva La Coin's tweet. And I was like, oh, ha, 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 that's theoretical, right? I didn't realize that there was actually a war going on. And then my phone's been off for the last 2-3 hours of my day. And then I look at it, and it was only on for 5-minute stints throughout there because I got just enough charge to get, call my family and see what's up. But then I see this message from my mom. We're in another war. And I mean, that's kind of one of those reactions that's kind of for me, you could see it and be like, this guy doesn't have any empathy for people actually losing their lives and serious things going on. And I get that. But with all these wars that are going on right now, you just have a handful of people that make these decisions, that people are fighting, that people are going to kill each other. But the people that make those decisions are sitting in their house, drinking wine, eating cake, and nobody that they immediately know is going to be affected.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, we specifically are not in war yet.
But that's the reason why we do that. We keep war everywhere else, so that way it's not here. And then we let tensions boil over and inspire people to fight each other elsewhere so we can sell both sides weapons. And, so it's still over there. Anyways, this is my being anti-war and anti-fiat money and stuff, lurking in the shadows on your way to a meeting. Big love to you, Jaleesa.
Definitely anti-war.
Yeah.
At this point, I think the war in Israel is a little different than, say, Ukraine.
Yeah, because it's actually as a result of racial tensions that have been there for hundreds of years, as opposed to Ukraine and Russia have always kind of been pretty close as far as the people. And then this specific thing is kind of like a power grab.
Well, our connections with Israel, we never had any connections with Ukraine besides the fact that we said, if you get rid of your nukes, we will protect you. And then, so obviously, they're expecting protection or whatever. But Israel, our ties to Israel go back a lot further, so, I mean, I don't know. It's still not my problem.
Yeah.
I mean, it may be callous, but I'm just some desert rat in Arizona. What the F do I know about Israel and Palestine and this and that? Unlike these 2-bit pundits that are, Israel this or Palestine that or Hamas this or Hezbollah or...
I will say that it's something that I found super interesting, and I asked about it the other day in a cab. But I asked if there were a lot of Palestinian people here in Colombia, because every single where you go in the entire stretch of the country, there is literally graffiti that says "Free Palestine," and everywhere, every single place says "Free Palestine." So I asked, I was like, "Is there a large Palestinian presence?" And then I think he just pretty much was like, "No," but there is a large amount of families and different displaced people that support Palestine. And I was like, okay, like, sure.
Right.
But I just thought it was fascinating. I didn't expect like the Israeli Palestinian conflict to be all over like Colombia, like that wasn't on my bingo card. I don't know. It literally says free Palestine everywhere in Spanish, like, yeah, I don't know.
Especially I'm sure Colombia is a pretty conservative place.
Yeah.
Most Latin families are conservative.
Yeah.
The mother, the father, the family work hard, go to mass, go to, you know what I mean? That type
yeah,
of
I've been
stuff.
asked to go to church many times now, and I'm like, look, look, if you really want me to go to keep you company, like, I'll go to church with you, but like, I would just rather not. You know what I mean? And it's just like, for me, it's that and here's my whole thing about church. Here's my whole thing about religion. So everybody out there, if you're very strong in your faith, like, just understand my perspective of where I'm coming from. So I have my personal beliefs, the way that I believe certain things. Okay. And I feel like when you go to church, a lot of times you have one person or a group of people telling you how you're supposed to think and believe a certain thing. And so that's what I disagree with, because I feel like everybody's place in existing that they have to come to qualms with. And I personally am not somebody that needs somebody else to convince me or tell me what what I am at peace with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how else to explain it.
I have a problem with organized religion.
There we go. Same.
Is what I have a problem with.
I will say, I was kind of outcast at church, because I went in there and I came in with some questions. They told me all this stuff and I was supposed to just believe it. And my first question, the big one, was, why is the sky blue? Right? And this uneducated, pastor, youth counselor, like, person, you know what I mean? Like, they're not like, this is not a higher level education person that has lived their whole life being educated to be able to answer these kinds of questions, right? And I'm not saying, obviously at the time I was not that either. However, I later found out that the answer is like the reflection of the like ocean on the air particles in the atmosphere, which happens to like make the sky the way that it is, right? Even though it's not like actually that color. And when I found that out, then I was like, oh, these guys they're just guessing. I was like, these guys are just guessing, and when they don't know the answer, they only have one answer, and it could be way more interesting and complicated than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be cooler. Anyways, sorry about that tangent. But I mean, I feel like that's kind of like relevant, because what they're fighting about there is like basically religion, culture, and like, yeah, religion and culture. What's going on?
My computer wants to restart because of some dumb update, so I am stopping it from restarting.
No? Well, if you want, you can restart the computer. I'll get into market update.
No, because then I have to set all this back up.
Exactly. Okay, church is supposed to show you how Jesus loves everyone, and I agree with that. And if Jesus does love everyone, then you know what? Everybody should always feel comfortable going to church. However, growing up in Eastern Kentucky, well, I'm saying, yeah, but growing up in Eastern Kentucky, I will say Jesus in Eastern Kentucky definitely does not love everybody, especially not gays, especially not blacks. And I will tell you what, I'm not saying this was all of the churches, but I will say that was my experience. Like Southern Baptists, man, like, there's a lot of things they won't say. And I agree. No, Jeff Dukes, I'm 100% there. Not all are the same.
I grew up Southern Baptist.
Oh, geez. That's why you're racist.
my aunts are Pentecostal, but I grew up Southern Baptist. Pentecostal, same thing.
No, but I definitely know not all churches are the same. And I have been to some churches that I've really enjoyed, even in the deep, like way out there south, I will tell you. But it's just, for me, it's just a thing. I do it sometimes. Independent, fundamental Baptist. Look, I dig it.
So non-denominational.
Yeah, but I dig it. I respect everybody's beliefs. I just personally, like, I just kind of like, it's something I have to do myself on my own. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes for me, going to church is like going way up out on a mountain by myself, and
church is not a building.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, church is not a building. Church is not a specified time during the week. Church is not, specific this, that. Church is where you commune with God in however way you do that, with however many people or whatever, however you do that.
See, and I feel like God is like bigger than just the like idea of a specific thing too. It's literally just like how you deal with like everything that exists in the universe at the same time, like where your place you feel is in it. You know what I mean? I don't know. But anyways, let's change the topic.
Off of religion. It's just as bad as politics, and we talk enough politics as it is.
I know. And apparently the debate's going on. Like now I think it is actually.
I thought it was at 7, but I think you're right. I think it might be now. I'll just watch a rerun.
Yeah. Well, anyways. So I mean, what else? How was your day? What's been going on?
Day's going on.
Right. Politics is worse, right? I'm telling you.
Right.
But yeah, your day's going all right.
Yeah, it was going all right. Had to wear the crazy shirt.
I love it
because the market's acting crazy.
I put some flowers on because of your shirt. Yeah. It inspired me.
Well, but other than that, market's dumping. When we get into the charts, we'll see that, well, almost every coin I said needed to touch the 21 has definitely touched the 21.
There we go.
Blew right through it for the most part, except for SWE. Damn.
Are you serious?
I was able to get out of that short I was in last night, thanks to this morning.
Oh, so it did go down just a second, and then it just kept shooting.
Oh, up. It went way down.
Oh, so you took the profits, and then what? And then it just shot back up, and then you were like, "Why is it shooting back up?" And everything else.
Well, I loaded. I told you as it was going up, I was going to load into it a little more because I expected it to come down. So I threw some more money into it. It came down substantially. I think it came down. It was like $1.72 or even lower than that. I don't know. We'll have to look. Where did it hit? It came down way low today.
Well, let's go ahead and get into Market Watch then. I was just gonna say I ended up going out with some friends, and then I ended up getting roped into like a whole series of events. And here's the problem with, like maybe it's not a problem, but here's the problem for me as American in these other countries. Things don't take a short amount of time. Things take a long amount of time, and you have to have patience. And I don't. So, I mean, it was great in the sense that I got to hang out with these people I enjoy, right? So it was like beautiful in that sense, but then we're just like doing the monotonous things, waiting for things to happen. And I was locked in, you know what I mean? And I was so locked in that I was literally about to have like an adult accident in like my shorts. So I called a cab to leave to come to my apartment because of how long the side mission took. Crazy. Anyway.
Side mission or vacation?
No, it was a side mission. It was because, like, well, okay, it wasn't a side mission. I ended up hanging out with these people, and then they went to go buy a car, and then it ended up being a whole thing. And then, like, 6 hours later, I was like, I need to sit in my bathroom for like 15 minutes and pray.
Right.
Anyways, it's about that time, so.
All right. We are down big today.
Oh, sheesh. 5.2%. That's pretty crazy.
Down 5.2%, coming in at 2.49 trillion. Look at that volume. That is a lot of volume for a Tuesday. 150 billion in volume. Bitcoin up to 53.8%. Ethereum down to 13.2%. And 5.18106046 Gwei to send to ETH transaction. We got Bitcoin finally got back to 61,266, still down 3.5% on the day. Ethereum coming in at 2469, down 5.9% on the day. BNB at 551, down 3.6%. Solana coming in at 145, down 5.7%. XRP at 60 cents, down 2.6%. Dogecoin at a dime, down 7.2%. Toncoin at 542, down 5.6%. Tron at 15 cents, down 2%. And Cardano with a massive hit at 35 cents, down 6.1%. And we're going to look at the biggest gainers for today. And I'm going to tell you, there's only about 3 of them. We got Wormhole up 5.2, Mantra up 3.1, and that's it. Nothing else is over 1%. Fast token, I believe that's an exchange token, and then you got a freaking stable coin, and then a random coin, then a stable coin, stable coin, and stable coin. But when we look at the biggest losers, boom, Arweave down 16%, StartNet down 13%, Notcoin down 13%, Floki down 12%, Injective down 12%, Lido down 12%, Brett down 11%, WorldCoin down 11%, and it just keeps going. It's like a sea of red today. Good buying opportunities. I honestly hope that this extends until Friday. So when we do our portfolio update. But I don't think it's gonna last that long. Unless something major happens. In all honesty, as callous as it is, war is good for Bitcoin. So, I mean, it's just kind of how it is. But all right. So we have Bitcoin. We are now on our 3rd red candle. And today was a massive candle. 4% candle today. We blew right through the 200 yesterday. And I remember I was talking about that. I said, if we can't get back above the 200 or this line at 63.35, we're going to go down to at least 62.247 where the 21 is. And this morning, before the reports of Iran sending missiles into Israel, we were sitting right here at the 62.247 because I was playing the markets this morning, doing some trading. I put my phone away and did something for like 15 minutes, came back to my phone, and the whole market was dumping. I missed all kinds of moves. But we blew right through that. And now we are bouncing off the next SR level, which is 69.56, which is this level right here. No, that can't be right. Yeah, 69.56 right here is this level. DBSI says we're still going down further. We did bounce off the 50. We are below the 21, and we are bouncing on the support level right now. If we lose this support level right here, boom, we're coming down to 59. If we lose that, we may come all the way back down to the bottom of the channel at about 52,000, which I hope we don't because I am in a Bitcoin long. but it's one that I plan on adding to. I started off real low. When we hit that 62, I think I was at 62.5 is when I started putting in the long. And then as we dropped, I've been trying to catch a falling knife ever since. But I'm going to keep, I'm not worried about it because this is October. We are going to be up at the end of this month. That is from this point, I would almost say that's financial advice. From 61,000,
that's conviction.
From
51,000, you said?
From 61,000.
From 61.
My money, by the end of the month, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm in a long, so we are going back up. We come down to the 4 hour. So 4 hour, we do have a blue candle or a green candle. We did bounce beautifully off the 200. Problem is DBSIs are not very strong. There's not a lot of money flow, but we're only an hour and a half into the candle. But momentum looks like it's getting ready to clip. VWAP is moving back to the upside, and money flow has flattened. So if we get this a little bigger, our hopium is that we just do something like this, right back to the upside. But it could be something like this. Burp, 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 burp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but long term, still bullish. Oh, that I did not mean to do. Let's get that back on there. This is what I meant to do. There we go. So, it could be the bottom. We could be the bottom right here. Let's go down a little further. So the 2 hour is showing the double green dot. Now we have more conviction on the 2 hour. 2 hours showing an 18 and a 1, but we are below the 200. And this is that SR level right here at 69.55. So we are above it. We can stay above it. Good to go. It's really going to count on Asia tonight. So VWAP's going back up. We got the double green dot. Money flow is pointed down, has not flattened out yet. It depends if Asia wakes up and buys a dip, or if Asia wakes up and says, hey, we're not trying to be your exit liquidity, and jump ship before tomorrow. So that's where we're at with Bitcoin. But once again, this is crypto. We could be coming all the way back down to 52,000. That's why we set alerts. That's why we react to the market. We don't predict the market. Let's go down here. Okay, so FTM, if we go to the daily, FTM is one of the few coins that has not come back down to the 21. We are getting ready to have a nice bullish cross, the 21 and the 200, if it continues. But we still got momentum going to the downside, and money flow has finally started to come back down. We were peaking even while the momentum was coming down, but you can see the money flow has clipped to the downside right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me make that a little bigger. So it has clipped to the downside. VWAP is pointed down. We do have, we kind of have this trend right here. It looks like we are on the trend line right now. So this is the daily. Touch, wick, wick, touch, touch, wick, 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 wick. And now we're right on top of it. If we lose that, which is essentially right around this 65-cent area, we've already broken this diagonal line that I had drawn. Had an alert set on that. As soon as we broke it, opened up a short, got this little scalp short right here. So we could be going down further. Let's go down to the 4 hours, see what it looks. Yeah, and if you look at the 4 hour, all those wicks on the daily are these candles popping through, touch, touch. So we can even probably, if we want to go on the 4 hour and draw our line, we could probably be more down like this. You know, it doesn't have to be precise. It's a range. You know what I mean? You always give yourself a little bit of range on either side of it. So, but if we lose this, and look at these wicks, these 4-hour wicks. Look, we come down, boom. We touch that 65, we go back up. We come down, we almost wick to it. We go back up. We wick to it. We wick to it. And now we've almost wicked to it right here. So this is definitely a key level right here. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to put I am going to put an alert on that for myself, but we're going to break this down. Oh, once per bar, create. Okay. So that's for me. If you guys want, set a level right there. See, it just went off. I put once per bar, so it goes off every time it goes across it. And if we lose this, and then we lose this, you know, you're looking to open a short right here on a longer time frame. You're going to set your stop loss right above, you know, nice and tight. If you get wigged out, you only lose a little bit, but you're going to be looking at the smaller time frames for confluence. It's all about having confluence in your trade, not just going on one indicator. Let's go down to Solana daily. We're going to go through this kind of quick. Solana broke the 200 on the daily, came down, touched the 200 or the 21 beautifully, and is now trying to bounce off the 21 and this key level of support at 143.964 right here. So if we see it break this, come down, we're probably going to come back down to 139, possibly 135. Momentum is rolling over. VWAP's pointed to the downside, and money flow has flattened on the daily. Go to the 4-hour real quick. Boom. Lost the 21. Come down. We are still above the 200 on the 4-hour, which is nice. We are wicking right off this 143.964. We wicked off it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So luckily that's holding us some good support. We have this high volume node right here. So if we lose, you know, we lose this high volume node, we could roll all the way back down. And that puts us down about where this other support resistance is at 139. Lahopium, VWAP's coming back up. We are kind of oversold, about 72. Money flow is still going down though on the 4-hour. Let's go to WIF on the daily. WIF is one that has not come down to the 21 yet. We are fighting with the 200. It has not been able to maintain the 200. And we're bouncing off of the support level here at 225. If we lose this, I'm thinking we probably are going to lose this eventually. And we're going to come back down and touch the 21, whether it be right here, whether it be out here, you know, a couple days from now. Eventually it is going to come back down and touch the 21 on the daily. Everything has to breathe. On the 4-hour, we've lost the 21, and you can see, just like most of the other coins, 1, 2, 3 wicks right off the line of support, and it's trying to maintain, it's trying to go back up. But we have a big gap here in these lines of support. We got a little node right here at about $2. But other than that, if we lose this, so we have a little bit of a SR right here, this little bit of movement right here on the 4-hour. You can see it's a touch right here. See how that lines out? So I put an SR level on the high volume node, right? And it was the only data on the screen was this right here, this little chop right here. But when we zoom out a little bit, look, we see it's the top of a touch over here. It's almost the top of a touch over here. You know, we got chop here, chop here, chop here. So that's where all your liquidity is. That's why you want to set your stop loss, your support and resistance levels. So, but if we lose this, that is, you know, that's an 11% dump right there. Even say you only catch 8% of it. You know what I mean? Say you wait for it to break, come back up, retest, and then take it, and you only catch from like here to about here, that's still like 8%. At 8%, freaking at 8x, 7x, if you're feeling good, 10x, you're talking between 56 and 80% right there.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a big move.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You always, matter of fact, I want to go down to the 2 hour though. I don't want that on the 4 hour. We're going to go down to the 2 hour. And set a notification for myself right there. There we go. And see, there's a lot of chop. When you look at the 2 hour, there's a lot of chop here. Look, touch, broke through, support, boom, support. So we've banged off this, 1, went through it there. So we won't count that, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then all these wicks on the 2 hour that have come down or either blown through it. So that's a major level. We lose that, we're definitely coming back down. So let's go to near real quick, daily. Near is one that has come back down, touched the 21. You can see we went up, we bounced our head off the 200, couldn't get above it, lost it. We lost support here. We fell all the way down to the 21, and now we're bouncing off the 21. Just another point, you always got to come back down and touch 21. So it's showing a green candle, but the DBSI is a 21 and a -5, which is a very strong indicator. So anything over like 16, 17 and like -5 on the bottom is going to be extreme, or either way, that combination is extremely strong. Momentum's coming down, VWAP's coming down, money flow's coming down. So everything, all these coins that we're looking at, pretty much, these are the big movers. They got a lot of liquidity. Everything's pointing to more downside, bro. Let's go down to the 4 hour. So 4 hour, just like with the other 4 hours, we're starting to round on the bottom with the VWAP coming up. So we could be seeing some kind of like relief rally on a lot of these coins. Or if we had time, I'd go down to even smaller time frames and see what's going on. But money flow to the downside, starting to curve out though. If you see that it's starting to curve out, maybe we can get it to, curve back up like that. Let's go over to FET, check out the daily. FET came down, touched 21, blew through it, stopped right here. We lost this resistance level right here. Look, we wicked all the way down to the next one at 140. What did we hit? We actually low 141.4. So almost touched it. So that's why when you set your targets, your take profit targets, set it just, in my opinion, just below your SR levels. Because like I said before, these are like ranges. They're not specific target. If you look at these wicks, you wick through it here, but you body, touched it here, but wick through it here. So it's like a range, couple points. Money flow going to the downside, VWAP going to the downside, momentum going to the downside on the daily. 4 hour. We are still above the 200, which is good. We might have a little bullish div right here. So we got downward action here. And we got some upward momentum. So we could be seeing some kind of bullish div on FET on the 4 hour. But DBSI numbers are real weak. You can see this when I drew this is kind of like a trend line. If you look at this, we come all the way up there to that candle. Touch, all the way down it. So if we lose this line, I might just have to keep that up there. If we lose this line, once again, you're going to go down to your smaller time frames, look for confluence, see if there's a short option, because we're probably going to come down, break through the 140, and that's another massive gap right there. That's a 14% gap between those two support and resistance levels. We put some more data on here so we can get some VPVR. And you can see this is a major volume right here at 140. A lot of price action, a lot of wicks, a lot of volume. So if we break through that 140, I mean, you got a little stop right here. You got a little bit of action right here at 134. But most of it is going to be right down here. So we break that. I'd be looking is even if you pulled that to that. So from there to there is about 4%. And then say you didn't hit that one. Say you waited for it to break the 135. From there to there is 11%. Once again, a little bit of leverage. Boom, big money. All right.
NX is 110%.
Right.
Not that you should do that. I'm just saying, you know.
Right. Well, so the money's made in the middle. Everybody's like, oh, I called the top, I called the bottom. Maybe 1 out of 1,000 might. You know what I mean? You know, you might have called the top, but did you sell at the top? Did you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did not.
You know? Well, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying
I know. But let's take.
I called the bottom at 15,000. Did you buy it? Did you buy the bottom, or did you just make so many freaking calls that this is the bottom that one of them finally freaking stuck?
Yeah.
You know, go ahead, reset the room.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's reset the room. Let's like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you're on Twitter, if you could hop over to YouTube and then hit the like and the subscribe, we'd appreciate it. And if you're on Twitter and you don't want to do that, just like and repost. We appreciate you. If you leave a comment, we'll see it. We'll respond to your comment. You know what I mean? Unless it's something crazy. But, you know, hit us with something crazy. Maybe it'll make us laugh. You know?
I put so much effort into these thumbnails.
Yeah.
That nobody ever goes to YouTube and sees them. I'm just saying.
Well, I just think that I
think we need to quit.
Day.
I think we need to quit streaming to X.
That's crazy. That doesn't make any sense, bro.
You don't think our followers on X will come over and watch us on YouTube?
No. Because on X, they're like already on X and then they see it. You know what I mean?
Are they?
Yeah.
We have our diehards here already on YouTube.
Yeah.
We have, you know, Jeff Dukes, Fozzie, Jaleesa, you know, Crypto Kings, usually on X. I mean, I understand tonight's a shitty night. Everybody's watching the freaking debate.
Yeah, they want to see what's going on. And there's a war going on.
But some people could give a shit less about a freaking debate. Most people don't care one iota about politics.
Yeah.
They don't care about let me rephrase that. They don't care about the minutia of politics.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they just do whatever they want anyway. So yeah,
I get that. Oh, look at Swede pumping again. Damn it. I went in at 175. It pumped to 177, and I set a stop loss and profit because we're getting ready to get on the stream, and I didn't want to be distracted. Well, it came down just enough to stop me out at about 3% profit, and then took off to 180. I'd be up pretty nice right now. So, but it is what it is. I made some good trades today. I should just let it go, but as soon as we get off the air, I'll probably be trying to do some straight trades. I like this. Let's go back to bitty Bitcoin real quick. Let's go down to we are getting
it's already turning around.
We're getting a little bit of a pump.
But green dot right there. So the pump's coming soon.
Well, it's the 1 minute.
Okay. Just kidding. Just kidding. It already played out.
The 1 minute's looking good. The 1 minute, the small frames dictate the high frames. So we're above the 200 on the 1 minute, which is good. So now we go to the 7 minute. 7 minute is still way below the 200, but we are getting that nice rounded bottom. This kind of Adam and Eve double bottom is what this is right here, where we come down, we come up, we spike, and then we get that rounded second bottom. We do got the red dot, but 7 minute plays out quick. I mean, that red dot could be finished by an hour and a half from now. So, but I just seen that. That's looking good. Look, 61.4, baby. Let's go. Let's see. Double green dot. Some good DBSI on the 2 hour. Maybe Asia's waking up and choosing rich. I'm just saying. Either way, let's get through this real quick. So the daily, so SWI's one of the ones that has not come down. We are in this upward trending channel. I labeled it 15 minutes because this is what I've been playing for the past 2 days. I'll just go down and show you guys what I've been playing the past 2 days. I think we talked about this a little bit yesterday. So we are in this ascending channel. This is a bullish trend, and we're going up, we're going up, we're going up. On something like this, I'm not really looking for the break to the top, because we break to the upside, we could just break and go up a little bit. But if we break to the downside, then I'm going to be really looking to see what's going on. But this has been a beautiful trend to play, just bouncing back and forth. This was what we drew last night. Me and John were talking about. This is that line. Remember, I said we're coming to a point. Well, we broke out of that, came down to the bottom of the trend, and we just been bouncing around inside there. That, you know, maybe a little freaking. Oh, we are getting above the 200 on the 15 minute. That's bullish. For some reason, SWI just ain't playing ball. I was watching a Crypto Crow video earlier. He was talking about Solana, SWI, and Cardano. I didn't get through the whole video because I had to take the dogs outside before the stream. But he was talking about, I don't know if he's just looking for correlation too much or not, but he's trying to say that why are all the Sol KOLs now pushing SWI? And I mean, he typed in SWI versus Sol on YouTube, and there's a shit ton of videos from a shit ton of different people of, you know, SWI versus Sol. So, and a lot of those dudes like Invest Answers, those guys, Digital Assets, those guys, they do like those are a lot of Solana maxis. Not maxis, but like how we're Cardano centric, they are Solana centric. You know what I mean? That is their go-to is Solana. They talk about Solana more than we talk about Cardano, put it that way. And there's, you know, Solana versus SWI and this and that. And then he was like trying to correlate it to the unlocks. Like these KOLs are putting all these videos into the unlocks, so people will buy into the unlock to provide the liquidity to keep the price afloat. I don't know. I mean, it's possible, bro. It is possible. You know, he breaks it down. He goes through it. So I don't know.
So there might be a there.
There might be a there. I did buy a Sol meme coin today. I told you that earlier. And John was like, "What? Who are you?"
I said, "What happened, bro? Are you okay?" He bought a meme coin off a pump.fun that was on SUI.
No, it's okay. So here's the thing. You know what? Let's bring it up real quick.
Not a pump.fun. It's a SUI dot hanging out.
Right. No, it is a pump.fun.
It's like a sweet dot time
dot fun.
Sweet dot together. I don't know what's it called.
No, it's Move. It's movepump.com.
Move pump.
Because Move is the coding language that they use in SWI. But in my defense, I did not buy a meme coin per se. I bought the coin of the platform. What I bought was Move Pump,
the platform,
the actual coin of the platform.
Okay, I forgive that. That's different.
Yeah, I didn't actually buy. So I mean, it's a meme coin. Don't get me wrong, it's a meme coin, but it's the
But it has
platform.
a thing behind it, so it's not a meme coin. Meme
Well,
coin
it
has
is a
nothing
meme
behind
coin.
it besides like something silly.
Well,
You're like,
that's not
yeah, oh,
true.
launchpad for meme coins are silly.
Well, I mean, that's not necessarily true. Some meme coins have stuff behind them. You know, the Risk Doofy coin. The Doofy coin is a meme coin, but it's powering their casino. You understand?
Yes,
You understand what I'm saying?
I get
Like
that, and I
it's
appreciate that
before,
perspective. But I just
right?
think it stops being a meme coin once there's like purpose.
Yeah, I think they're. I think
Then it
okay.
has a
So
utility. You know what I mean? A meme is like,
so
haha, that's all it is.
and
If I lose all my
right,
money, it is.
and I understand that, but I think so. It used to be like you put out a meme coin, Shiba, Doge, you know, the original like meme coins, right? Then they got so big, then they're like, oh crap, we better build something and we want to turn this into a utility token, right? But I think the narrative is kind of shifting a little bit to where people know that people want meme coins. So they're taking utility tokens and marketing them as meme coins. You understand where I'm going with that?
Yeah. No, I mean I get that because that's kind of like how what Bank said. They said that they dropped their bank token like to capitalize on the like turn in narrative in the market to meme coins, right?
Right.
And Risk said something similar. Like they dropped those coins to like capitalize on that turn in the market, but there was actual
They
purpose
actually
behind it and it went into
right,
their ecosystem. They just chose to drop it at that point in time.
right. They had a purpose for the token, but they dropped it under the narrative of meme, so you get that marketing and you get that hype. But in reality, they had already planned on using it for something. Where a true meme coin, like freaking Bob or freaking whatever Shiba Inu, Doge, Elon, whatever freaking coin, is just a
Doge
meme.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, whatever the hell it is. You know what I mean? So let's get through this real quick. So Sui, I just don't know what to do about Sui. I just been playing the freaking playing the freaking bounces. I still have some stuff tethered off from I tethered off inside, and the Sui wallet or the Sui ecosystem is pretty freaking quick and pretty low fees. So I tethered off about 500 Sui, and the fee was like $2 or $3. You know what I mean? So I tethered off what 800 and some odd dollars, and it was like $2 or $3 in the DEX. And it went right into wrapped USDC. But since then, I've spent some of that. I bought that token, and then I bought some CDIS, their Swee's DEX. So, and I'm going to start playing around in the Sweet actual ecosystem a little more.
Yeah,
So
so I want to get touches of DeFi on here to talk about Sui. She said that they were going to make a video on how to get into it. I asked somebody in the ecosystem, dude, it's just so freaking hard for me to find community over there. Like every time I find it, it's just like there's not a community. And I've heard that there are just like some like specific DMs, like groups, and
might be
that's what it is.
telegrams. Maybe it's Telegram.
Maybe that's what it is, and I just don't jive with Telegram. Telegram just feels so scammy to me. I don't know, like I don't know, like
Well, bro, I said that for the longest time, and then was it you that got me into Telegram? Somebody
I
said
mean, like I probably had you do it so I could send you the music. You know what I mean?
right.
And some other
I
stuff
think
whenever
I think I might have already been in Telegram at that point, but I think it was for some random thing, and I never used it. But I've called myself using Telegram a lot more and more lately.
I have to, honestly. But like, do you know, like, I just don't feel community in a Telegram, whereas I can feel community in a Discord. You know what I mean?
Right. It could be
Oh.
because we're not really we're not as comfortable with the workings of Telegram as we are with Discord.
Maybe we're just old now.
I've
We're
been
really
old. I've been old for a while.
Bro, you're not that old. You're not that old.
I'm a boomer, bro. Everything I know about technology, I've learned in the past 7 years. No,
I mean,
6.5 years.
I mean, that's pretty crazy, to be honest. But I mean,
Yeah.
like, you know, could be worse.
The very first smartphone I owned was a Galaxy, an S8 Plus. So the Samsung S8 Plus was the very first smartphone I owned. So that's how far into the game it's been since, or well, that's how late into the game I started with technology. So, because this is not the technology that I grew up with.
Yeah,
Even
this
into
is
the-
not. Yeah.
Yeah. Even into the early 2000s, this is not the same technology. It's a big
Yeah.
difference. Let's finish this up real quick. So SWI daily, I mean, the momentum wave has been going down this whole time, but yet the money flow has been going up and the price has been going up. So I don't know. But eventually we do have to come touch this 21 at some
You're like,
point
the
in time.
TA isn't TAing.
Right. At some point, it has to touch the 21. I just don't know. And we are going to eventually break
It just
this
might
up.
be next year.
It might be. It might be in freaking January for all I know. We go to the we go down to the 4 hour, and unlike most of the other coins we looked at, where you know the momentum's down here and it's starting to cut back up, we're still up here on our way down. But when we look at this, look at that. Money flow's going back up, VWAP's going back up. Momentum has been coming down for a couple of days now. So, I mean, we could just clip and go right back up. You only see, like, we're still going 181. This is kind of what happened last night. So, this is what last night it pumped all the way up to this resistance up here at $1.93. So, I don't know. The only way to know what's going on with SWI is to play the ranges, you know, set your alarms and just stay on top of it. Cardano. Let's go to the daily first.
Looks like a reversal down there, though.
It might be. So
Yeah.
Cardano, we did come back and touch the 21. Like I said, we need to. And, you know, we were talking about these shorts the other day. You know, your alarm here, you would have caught that to there. And then we broke through that and you would have caught it. And look, we kind of stopped right at the next. Let's get that a little bigger. Look, we blew through this one. And look, those are almost perfect, bro. Boom, stop, go right at the support and resistance that we already had lined out. Come down, boom, wick through it all the way down to this third SR, but then came right back up. And now we're back above it. Problem is, we got a strong DBSI to the downside. We got money or momentum to the downside. Money flow's flat, so it hasn't turned down yet, but the money flow is flat. We got the momentum, or we got the VWAP starting to clip here. Probably start to go back to the upside. Definitely, this is why you keep dry powder, everybody. This is why you keep dry powder right here for days like this, because it will happen. It is never always go up and to the right forever. Even in the middle of a bull run, we've showed this before. We will have multiple 20 to 30% dumps on this freaking banana zone that we're about to enter. So that's just how it works. So we come down. So we are getting some support right here on this 35 level. We're actually
GM Bong Solo
76. What's going on, Long Solo? The 4 hour, not too bad. Look, we're coming down. We bounced beautifully off the 200.
Told you, reversal.
We are back above the 200. Really low DBSI numbers, though.
What does that
Man.
mean? Like really low energy, pushing it upwards?
Right. Just more of a neutral. So like I
Okay.
said, you want anything like over 15, 16 on one side, and then like a -5 on the other side is going to be like your most bullish. Anything higher than that is extremely bullish, pushing the opposite way of the high number. Because your DBSI pushes the opposite way of the higher number. But I mean, we're getting this nice little clip. Money flow is flattened out. VWAP's coming back up on the 4-hour. We are bouncing off the 200. We need to hold this 200. So if something happens overnight, we lose this 200. I mean, we're coming down. We wicked all the way down to 34.16. And if we lose the support, it could be a where it wicks, it sticks type of thing. And we just fall right through this, right to here. But all in all, I mean, it's looking good like a lot of the other coins. So not too bad. Yeah. See, we got an 8 and a -1. That's not a very strong push. You know what I mean? To where if we look back here, look at these big candles, 16, -5, monster candle, 17, -5, big candle, 12, -4, not so much, 8, -1. We're starting to lose a little steam, but it could start to build as we go back up to the upside. Check in on Bitcoin real quick. Yeah, we're still bouncing off the 21. I mean, the 200 on the 4-hour. We are above this SR level. Neutral on that, but still the momentum. We're hitting 61,457. Our best bet is Asia wakes up and chooses rich. So
fair. I dig that. I will say, I'm kind of disappointed that the debate's going on at this time. I thought it was going to be later also.
I thought it was on at 7, but
I knew it was on at 9, but I didn't I don't know. I knew it was 9. I didn't think it was 9 Eastern time, which is actually like 8 my time, which is the same time we start the show. Yeah, I will say.
Let's see here.
Are they talking?
Well, I don't know. Either they're on a commercial break. It won't let me rewind it.
Bong Solo. Yep. Asia is awake. I have something that actually, like, it's kind of like a silly thing, but I want to talk to you about off air. And why don't we cut it short? And we'll hold a lot of the stuff.
I don't know if it's actually started yet. Oh, yeah,
Really?
it has started.
Yeah, I think it's most of the way through or halfway. Yeah. But anyways, so is it okay for us to cut it short and we'll do it longer tomorrow?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll go our normal time tomorrow.
Yeah,
yes, Asia is awake and they need to choose rich.
Yeah.
I didn't wear this shirt for them to choose violence. I need to go get my camo on if they're going to choose violence.
Camo? Do you really have a camo shirt button up?
Not a button up. No, are you crazy?
I was going to say that would be pretty.
The 90s?
That would be pretty wild. Like a button up, though. Like, I bet they have some really cool. I bet you they have. Let's see.
Yeah.
Cool.
All the hip hop artists wore them in the 90s.
Button up. Let's see. With like some like wild. Well, I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, they just look like camo, whatever. They don't look like cool. There's not like some like hipster. Anyways, disappointing. On that note, let's cut it out. See you guys tomorrow. We'll have a whole bunch of stories for you. Yeah, go watch the debate. Make sure that you pay attention to what's going on. Tomorrow, I think I scheduled it for 10 a.m. Pacific.
Ooh. John's interview with Fart.
Yeah, it was a really great interview. Yeah, really good interview. The fact that you said that to me, though, really disappoints me. I was hoping it would come out on the weekend, dude.
I can change it.
Yeah, let's change it to the weekend because that gives me
Okay.
just enough time to purchase the NFT before people realize that they should buy it before me.
I didn't even wait till this. My bad, everybody. I usually wait till the stream is ended, but I don't know what it was, but I had to put a 2 in.
Yeah,
Usually,
it's about that time.
John hits end. I'm ripping off my button-up shirt and I'm grabbing a chew. My bad, everybody.
Tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. It's only a day away.
Right.
Yeah.
Sing it.
Shout
All
out,
right.
Bong.
I'll go into. So this Saturday, I will set it for our normal time when I do weekend videos for 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern.
There we go. And it was a really good interview. And if you're into art, she has like a long history of fine art and design. So that's where her name comes from, Fart, because that's what she calls it, Fart. Yeah, really funny video. Really great interview, really touching, beautiful interview. So if there are any Cardano girls out there or any just girls out in the audience in general, it was a really, I thought, beautiful interview. So check it out. She's awesome. Highly support her. Think everybody should follow her. And Jay Coco, big love to you. You're one of my favorites out there in the space. So definitely check out this interview. It's a beautiful one. John is too young to recognize the song. No, I know the song, okay, Long Solo? I know it. But on that note, see you guys tomorrow. We love you guys. We love all of you. We have some exciting news just right around the corner. And, stay tuned.
When Jay Coco interview.
Yeah, that's true. When Jay Coco
does some amazing art.
She does, and I would love that. Honestly, we can figure that out sometime soon. And if you want to do the whole mask and stuff and things, we can do that. We can do it during the day. It would be really cool to see your beautiful face, but we can do it however that you feel comfortable.
You don't have to dox yourself, but we do need a talking head. It can't just be a picture. So like John said, you want to wear a mask or whatever, cool. That's cool. You know what I mean?
Cool. Yeah. But all right. Love everyone. We'll see you all tomorrow on the next one. Peace.